Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So today we are going to start with the lectures, series of lectures of physics for standard 12 on new course issued by board, HSC board. Already we have learned many chapters of physics since last year. Now we are going to study the first chapter of this 12th standard, that is rotational dynamics. If you see towards the name of the chapter, it is a combination of two words, rotational and dynamics. The word rotational, when we think about a word rotational, something that is rotating comes into our mind. कुछ तो घूमता है, क्या घूमता है, कैसे घूमता है, इस तरह के थिंग्स, इस तरह के जो आइडियाज है हमारे माइंड के अंदर आते हैं. और सेकेंड थिंग है, नेक्स्ट पार्ट इज अ डायनामिक्स. इफ यू सी टुवर्ड्स अ नेक्स्ट पार्ट दैट इज डायनामिक्स. इन फिजिक्स there are different branches, but we mainly learn the physics in the two things, that is statics and dynamics. The word statics means at rest, and we apply different phenomena and laws on it, and we learn different properties and we remove a different conclusion on it, on the object which is at rest. And second part is where an object is continuously in a motion. It is changing its position, it is not at rest. So when we learn about the object where we apply all the Newton's law of motion and everything, we remove the kinematical equations, we study the different energy profiles of that object. In this part, that is called as nothing but a dynamics. Okay, so in this lesson, if you see, the name only is a rotational dynamics, but it is a combination of two chapters of last year, that is circular motion, which certain part which you have already learned in the previous year in chapter number 3, projectile motion, and further part is included in this chapter, and next part is nothing but a rotational motion, further of a circular motion. Okay, so for that we should have certain previous knowledge, prerequisite points, that is nothing but first is rest. Object is at rest. If you see, I have one object, this is a sail. Now at presently it is here. Okay, even if a time is going on, time is elapsing, time is changing, then too this sail, pencil sail, is not changing its position. It is at rest. Okay, so object which does not change its position, which remains at the same position, at same place, that object is said to be a object at rest. Next is a motion. Now when we want to define the term motion, what is the difference between the rest and motion? This sail is now here. After few minutes it has moved here. After few seconds it is here. So it is continuously changing its position with respect to time. It is continuously changing its position with respect to time. And when a particle changes its position with respect to time, we say that object is in the motion. Object is in the motion. And there are different types of motion that we have learned. You are learning since standard 8 that are linear motion. Linear motion. The motion which is in the straight line is called as linear motion. It is also called as rectilinear motion. Then oscillatory motion. If you have a pendulum, example of pendulum, or if you tie a thread to a stone and if you just give a push, it starts to rotate, or you just nod your head here and here, so it oscillates between the particular range. It moves up to here and then comes here, so it has a fixed range. So such kind of motion is called as oscillatory motion. Then circular motion, that also we have learned. If the object is moving in a circular path along the circumference of the circle, then we say that it is a circular motion. Then next is a rotational motion. If you see a ceiling fan, the blades of fan rotates in a circular motion, but the rotation is along the fixed axis, that is a rod which is hung to the ceiling. So So that type of the motion is called as a rotational motion. Okay. Then when a batsman hits a six, that time the ball follows a trajectory that is a certain different path. That kind of the motion is called as a projectile motion. So we have learned different types of motion. Okay, according to the path followed by a particle, the motion can be classified into different types. Also, we have learned a basic concepts of a motion. That is nothing but first is distance. What is distance? Now distance is nothing but a fixed length between 2 points. This is point A, this is point B. Whatever is the length, suppose the length is L. So this L is nothing but a distance between the 2 point A and B. Okay, if you take the example from Mumbai and Khed. So here suppose this is Mumbai, this is Khed. So these are the two fixed points and there is a certain path, this is a road that connects these two cities and that length of the road is fixed and it is not going to get changed. So whatever is the length, let it be 200 kilometer, 240 kilometer, that is nothing but a distance between the two cities. Okay. Next is displacement. Now, if you see this distance and displacement, both of them looks same, but there is a difference between them. What is the difference between them? Let us understand. Suppose we will take a same example of Mumbai and Khed. Here is one person. He is traveling from Mumbai to Khed and he has covered certain distance and he stops here, suppose at Mahad. So he has traveled a certain distance and if you see, he has traveled a distance from Mumbai to Khed. So along with that distance, one more thing which is included is nothing but a direction. Is nothing but direction. He has traveled in the direction towards Khed, from Mumbai towards Khed. So displacement is nothing but a distance traveled by an object in particular direction. Distance traveled by an object in particular direction. So here there is no direction, only magnitude is given. Only the length is sufficient to describe the distance between Mumbai and Khed. But here, along with the distance, along with the length, a direction is necessary. So, this type of the quantity is called as nothing but a scalar quantity and this is nothing but a vector quantity. So, there is a main difference between the distance and displacement is distance is a scalar quantity and displacement is a vector quantity. Then, next part is nothing but velocity, which is also called as speed. Okay. Velocity, speed and average velocity, instantaneous velocity. So what is velocity? So this particular person is traveling from Mumbai to Khed. So when he is traveling from Mumbai to Khed, he is covering certain distance. And while covering certain distance, he has taken a certain time. He has taken certain time to cover this much distance. So how much distance he has traveled divided by the time required by him to cover that distance gives us nothing but a velocity or speed. Is nothing but distance upon time is nothing but your speed. How much distance he has covered divided by time. And velocity, when we write just displacement upon time. Okay, speed and velocity. Here speed is again a scalar quantity because here we use a distance and velocity is nothing but a vector quantity because a term displacement is used. Okay, now velocity is nothing but of two types, instantaneous velocity and average velocity. What is instantaneous velocity and average velocity? Now initially when this person is traveling, suppose he is traveling by his own car. So he is sitting in the car and he has just ignited his car. So when he has just started his car, at that time, what is the speed of that car? Is nothing but a 0. And slowly he will increase his speed. So initially it will be 5 kilometer, 10 kilometer. Okay. When he will go on the highway, he will increase his speed. It will be 60 kilometer, 80 kilometer, 100 kilometer. So what is the speed at that particular time? What is the velocity at that instant of time is nothing but instantaneous velocity. Is nothing but instantaneous velocity. At that particular time, what is the speed shown in the speedometer is nothing but your instantaneous velocity. But he has started his journey at 5 o'clock in the morning and he has reached here by 11 o'clock. So he has taken 4 hours, he has taken 6 hours, okay, to cover a distance of 240 kilometer. So total distance he has traveled, total displacement he has made is nothing but 240 kilometer and total time taken is nothing but 6 hours. So if we divide 240 by 6, what we get is nothing but 6 4, that is 40 kilometer per hour. So we have got his average speed that he has traveled from Mumbai to Kher with an average speed of 40 kilometer. So this is nothing but your average velocity. So there is a difference between instantaneous velocity and average velocity is what? Velocity at that instant of time is nothing but instantaneous velocity, and a velocity that gives you a total average of complete velocity. At particular instant of time you have particular velocity, at next instant of time you have different velocity. You have taken average of that, you have added all and you have taken an average of that, you have removed a mean of that, that gives you nothing but a average velocity. Then next is your acceleration. What is acceleration? Change in the speed or velocity upon time. So acceleration is changing in the speed. Now when driver is driving a car, he is accelerating, and when he is accelerating, his speed continuously changes. So when speed changes, we say that vehicle is accelerated, driver is accelerating. So change in the speed upon time, change in the speed upon time, change in velocity with respect to time gives you nothing but acceleration. Okay. Now we will move towards main point, that is nothing but circular motion and basic concepts of circular motion. In circular motion, a particle travels a path along a circumference of the circle. Suppose this is a particle. It is traveling a path along the circumference of the circle. If the path is along the circumference, if path is circular, then we term that the motion is a circular motion. Now here, as we have seen here, displacement. So here also the displacement. Now if we talk about a displacement, suppose this is a particle A, is covering a complete circle. That means he has done certain displacement. But how we remove the displacement? That is final position minus initial position. The final position is here and initial position is also here. So if you subtract, we get it is 0. But in reality, this particle has done certain displacement. In reality, the particle has displaced. He has covered this much distance. That means it has done the displacement. But if we subtract, both initial point and final point are same. So we get answer 0. So in this case, we find the displacement in terms of an angle. Suppose this is the center. I am joining this. So I get this nothing but radius r. Okay. Now initially this is at point A. So slowly as it is moving, it is tracing a certain angle. Suppose now after a certain time it has reached point B. So from CA to CB there is certain angle traced by that particular particle. So this angle traced by is nothing but called as a angular displacement. So angle what is angular displacement? Angle traced by a particle performing circular motion. Angle traced by a particle or radius vector. This is also called as radius vector r. Angle traced by a particle or radius vector of an object performing a circular motion is called as a angular displacement. देखने तो कितना हुआ है